Good day, grade 4s. Today I'm just going to close my door. So, good day, grade 4s. Today we are doing, let's go to our next lesson. We did whole numbers yesterday. Today we are going to do the following. We are going to do different views of objects. Now, objects all have different views, namely, when I refer to that, I mean the following. So let's say different view of objects. What I mean by this is the different views. So usually we've got three different views of an object. We've got our front view, we've got our side view, and we've got our top view. Now these are our three views we have of an object. Now, usually I'm going to use a practical example for this. Okay, let's say this box of chalk, right? This is the front of the box. Okay, this is our front view. This is how something will look from the front. Then we've got our side view. This is how something will look from the side, as you guys can see here. Let me just close the box. So this is how our object will look from the side. Then we've got our top view. This is how our object will look from the top. Now, very simple. This is actually quite an easy activity to do, and it's quite simple to understand. So now our top view is usually called the plan view. Okay, this is when we see an object from above. So if we look at our chalk box again, this is how it will look from above. Okay, you'll only see this and this. Then we've got our side view. This is what our object will look like from the side. So this is our side view. And then we've got our front view. This is what an object looks from the front. So this is what we'll see from the front, this and this. Now, very important, our front view, our side view, and our top view will differ. Now, usually, for instance, if we look at activity 54, and if we look at our plane there, now we're seeing the plane from the top. So if we look at our plane, I'm going to try and draw it as best as I can over here. It's not going to look perfect, but I'm trying. Okay, and here's our plane. Now this is our top view of our plane. Okay, so that, for instance, is the top view. Now, if, let's say, I'm going to draw an object from the side, if I draw an object from the side, let's say I'm drawing my, what's a good example? Let's say I'm drawing I'm drawing glasses, right? Now, how my object, okay, basically, let's just say we've got a chair, right? This is how our chair looks in general. Now, what we will see from the side view is the following. We'll see that our chair will look like this. Okay, so this is from our side view. Okay, so this is our side view. So it's how an object looks from the side. Then we've got our front view. Let's say I'm using say I'm using a bottle, right? Okay, so usually the front view would contain the name of the, let's say this is Oros. Okay, this is our front view. Okay, that's how an object looks from the front. So this activity is actually very easy and very short. Now, I'm going to explain number 2, where they ask you to draw the side view, front view, and top view of the object. Now, how we do this is the following. So usually, they'll give you a 3D object. Let's say they'll give you something like this. Usually a 3D object has all of our views included. Now they'll ask you to draw the front view, side view, and top view. Now our front view will be what we're seeing from the front. Now from our front view, we're only going to see this and this. So meaning our front view is going to look as follows. And there's our front view of our object. Then, if they ask us our side view, this will be what we're seeing from the side of the object. This will be this. We'll only see the following. Now, if they ask us our top view, okay, if they ask you the top view, you'll usually draw only this. You'll only see this and this. So it will look like follows. Okay, now that's our top view. I'm going to do a few more examples of this. Okay, let's say they give you an object that looks as follows. Okay, they've given us an object that looks like this. Now, first of all, our front view, we're going to do that one first. Our front, from the front, we'll see the following. We'll see this, this, we'll see this, and this. So, and we'll see this. So we are going to see 3 things from the front view. So it will look as follows from the front view. This is our front view. Now our side view, we'll see the following. So we are only going to see this, this, this. So we are going to see and this. Okay. From our side view. Okay, as you can see, I'm only seeing these 3. Now from our top view, we are going to see the following. Okay, so we are going to see this from our top view. So our first one, our second one, and our third one. Okay, this is what we're seeing from the top view. Okay, now let's do a few more examples of these to make sure that you guys understand it. Usually what this requires of you is to think of how your object, or see how you're using your imagination to see how your object is going to look from the front, side, and top view. Now let's do this. Let's do one more. Let's say we've got the following object. Okay guys, you don't have to worry about drawing 3D objects now. Okay, now we're going to look at this one. So from a front we would see this and this. So a front view, again, would look as follows. Our side view will look as follows, meaning you'll only see this, and our top view, we only see the following. Okay, so that is how we see our different views of an object. So we've got our front view, side view, and top view. Now, number 3 will give you a shoe first. So now you'll have to say which side of the shoe is the top view or front view or side view. Now, usually this is very simple. As I've explained before when we used the chalk box to indicate it. So now I'm just going to explain that again to make sure that it's clear. Okay, I've got a book here in my hands, right? This is my front view. It's the front of the book. Then over here, this is my top view of the book. Okay. So, and then we have our side view. This is how the side of the book will look. Okay. So I hope that is clear to you guys, and I hope that is understandable. For today, you are going to do activity 54 under unit 3 in your books. Question 1, they ask you to name the views of the object. They'll give you an aeroplane, a silhouette, and a table. And a table, a mug, and a plaza. Now you'll just have to name the types of view. For instance, your first one will be a top view. Your second one will be a side view because it's a person standing from the side. So I'm standing from the side now, you can only see my side. Then it's a top view. Then it's a front view again. So if anything is unclear about the activity, please contact me and notify me immediately. And I hope you guys have been doing your work. Thank you guys very much. Enjoy the rest of your days.